sports. It's in the game.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, kickoff moments away. Quickly, what are you watching in this one?
The offensive line for both teams, because both teams have a terrific pass rush. They've got to keep their passers upright. If they have a chance to do that, they can both thrive on offense and move the ball downfield.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Throwing now, Stewart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stewart sets to throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Stewart to throw it. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Stewart. He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll run. Here's the rookie out of Clemson. On the stop, it's Ray Nitschke. And on the tackle there, Ray Nitschke. And his heyday, it was before my day, it was before your day, but he was something else.
Look, I can still see that 6'6" on his jersey and him rattling running backs and getting after quarterbacks. He used to wrap his forearms up, and he just, the big flipper would come up and thump people in the chest. He was an absolute marvel playing in the linebacker position, especially right there in the middle. A Hall of Famer in 1978, and deservedly so.
Young will set to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Young. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
4th down, Young. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Hey, check that.
A run on 1st down with Shipley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Will Shipley, 25 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one. We've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And good coverage defensively. They wouldn't let him get ahead of steam going, and he'll be brought down at the 15. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 2. Here's a diving catch right side. And he'll be stopped in his tracks right at the 33. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to pound it in with Allstott. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They go again with Allstott. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll get that complete to Parkinson. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll get it forward to him on a touch pass. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. It'll be Young again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Parkinson, 59 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown puts us in a position where if they make the extra point, we're right back to even before we start the second half.
Seibert on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
What a tug-of-war this game has been. A tie at the half. I remember when I was playing, my coaches always talked about the first 5 minutes of each half. That's where you can gain the momentum and seize an opportunity. We've got one team in position to do that right now.
Straight ahead, Shipley. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now Young. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
you want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Saints have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. This one taken in by Hester. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one goes for 8 yards.
Now that run, that's exactly why you stay with the running game. You don't abandon it totally. You stick with it, keep telling your guys to stay motivated, and they found a crease on that play.
Back to throw now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. They run the quick dive with Allstott. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Off the play fake, here's Cordell Stewart. Steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. That is caught, powers through, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. He's back to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this game not quite over yet, and we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this third down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
Young to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
What a call there on third down. Took conviction, didn't it? If this is incomplete, the complexion of this game changes dramatically. Instead, not only is this a first down, but it's a big play to boot.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Here's a give left side for Shipley. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. It's